We are Coleman Leather Goods. Coleman Leather Goods specializes in precision craftsmanship and innovative design to create high-end quality leather products. From wallets and belts to notebooks and bags, we blend tradition and innovation to elevate everyday essentials. Coleman Leather Goods started as a hobby entrepreneurship venture back in 2020 when I started selling miscellaneous leather items online and as well as markets. I also completed custom work for family and friends. Leatherworking was inspired by experiences during my youth in Boy Scout activities and merit badges. After attending a Boy Scout camp with a 2-scale replica of Fort Clatsop, which included a metalworking forge, I wanted to set up my own forge in our backyard and make knives, just as every 14-year-old boy wants. And hearing this, my father, fearing for his sanity, said, "Hold your horses. Let's start out small. Get a knife blade, make the handle, make the sheath, and see how you like the process." And so I did. The handle came out very well. It's very comfortable and very beautiful. The leather sheath made out of my dad's old motorcycle chaps was horrendous. But I love the process and want to learn more. With a few YouTube videos and a lot of trial and error, I now make pieces that I am proud of and know customers will be happy with. Valuing integrity, honor, and tradition, Coleman Leather Goods intends to grow and expand in the luxury leather goods industry. Down below, you can see our contact information on our social media pages. So our team currently consists of me, myself, and I, and we have plans to expand and hire individuals with more expertise and experience in finances and marketing as our operations grow. Our founder, Miller, I think, is our Chief Executive Officer. His roles include leatherworking, project management, sales, product design and development, and customer service. He is about to graduate from WSU with a Bachelor's of Science, majoring in construction management with a minor in entrepreneurship. His experience includes leatherworking, e-commerce. He has 2 previous internships with general contractors, Forma and Compass. From these, he has learned a lot about project management, customer service, and communication. Additionally, he has many other leadership experiences, such as staffing at Boy Scout summer camps as an instructor for 2 summers, holding leadership positions in various other summer camps, and attending the National Advanced Leadership Training for the Boy Scouts. Outside of Boy Scouts, he was also the assistant to the owner of a martial arts studio specializing in Tang Sudo, a Korean martial art, and acted as the instructor for about 2 years. He has an Eagle Scout award with 3 Eagle Palms and is a first-degree black belt in Tang Sudo. Coleman Leather Goods also has an advisor. This is Gunnery Sergeant Harrison Kirkland. His roles as an advisor include giving guidance on finances, e-commerce, and marketing. He is pursuing a Bachelor's of Science majoring in cybersecurity and has 5 years of leatherworking experience, 6 years of woodworking experience, and has been selling his products on his website for the last 4 years. He's been in the Marine Corps for about 12 years, in the Marine Corps Special Forces for the last 2. He specializes in radio reconnaissance and signals intelligence, and has been deployed to Afghanistan 3 times and to the Philippines once. So moving on to the problem, Coleman Leather Goods has identified a problem within the luxury leather goods industry, that being that the market is dominated by synthetic or poor materials, or the utilization of inferior processes and machines and outdated techniques. This misallocation of assets and attention leads to poor product performance, inconsistencies, and rough cuts. Furthermore, this leads to a demand for a brand to blend timeless craftsmanship with modern technologies and to create the opportunity to offer consistent, high-quality leather goods. That brings us to our value proposition. Coleman Leather Goods specializes in high-end leather quality. I'm tripping over my words, my bad. Coleman Leather Goods specializes in high-end leather goods production with our unique approach to combining our virtual design processes with traditional stitching techniques. Our virtual design process enables us to have our tools and stamps manufactured to our specifications, ensuring faster production and consistency between each piece. Our employment of traditional stitching techniques guarantees durability and quality. Our commitment to excellence in craftsmanship allows us to service military members and their families, business professionals, fashion enthusiasts, gift givers, and individuals who value superior quality in their products. Our dedication to quality and durability can be seen in our products, which include military patches, wallets, belts, notebooks, bags, and many more. The market opportunity for the luxury leather goods, we can see that globally, the industry experienced a revenue of just south of $8 billion in 2023 and has a projected growth of 3.87% over the next 5 years. Nationally, the U.S. industry experienced a revenue of just shy of $19 billion with a projected growth of 2.81% over the next 5 years. Furthermore, despite the market being dominated by larger players, it is mainly characterized by numerous smaller companies. This makes the market accessible for new entries and makes it easy to enter. Specifically within the luxury leather good industry, Coleman Leather Goods has identified a niche, that being high-end leather Marine Corps patches. By recognizing the demand for high-quality, customized patches within the military communities, we saw an opportunity to leverage our expertise in precision and craftsmanship and innovative design to meet this specialized need. Catering to this underrepresented community provided an avenue for expanding brand presence and reputation. More on that later. By investing assets to this niche and providing bespoke patches to our nation's defenders, we honor the legacy and the service of the Marine Corps. And this has caught the attention and loyalty of customers who value authenticity, precision, and tradition. Moving on to our competitive strategy, within the leather goods industry, Coleman Leather Goods sets itself apart by prioritizing innovation and quality materials and techniques. Unlike most competitors who often compromise in these areas, while many mainstream leather products are made of lower quality materials like genuine leather, Coleman Leather Goods insists on the implementation of top grain or full grain leather. Additionally, many entities utilize the use of industrial sewing machines, which while it makes production time or reduces production time significantly, it sacrifices the durability and the longevity of each piece and the stitches of those pieces. Coleman Leather Goods employs a traditional stitching method, that being saddle stitching, which is a time-tested method that ensures quality and lifetime use. To continue with our competition strategy, few others in the industry hold as high of a standard of quality in their products as Coleman Leather Goods. Porter Leather, Stock and Barrel, and Pop-Up Leather are a few companies that come to mind that hold themselves to a similar standard. But what sets Coleman Leather apart is our aesthetics, product lines and types, and processes, as well as our utilization of customized tools. Actually, I wasn't quite done with that one. Sorry. Coleman Leather Goods' competitive advantage lies in our hybrid approach of combining technology and innovation with traditional methods, creating distinctive, durable, and cost-effective products with improved production times. Our go-to-market strategy, Coleman Leather Goods' strategy is to engage, grow, and retain customers through unique design processes and commitment to quality. We currently have an online presence on Etsy and Instagram with plans to have advertisements posted on Pinterest and Instagram. Leveraging these platforms exposes us to our target audience and communities. Additionally, we will employ email marketing, which will include updates on products, promo codes, and upcoming deals. Outside of our online presence, we will also make regular appearances at vendor markets such as craft shows, farmers markets, and holiday markets. At a later phase, Coleman Leather Goods plans to sell business to business and make customized accessories and products for restaurants and cafes. We will also approach social media influencers within this military community and launch more aggressive advertisement campaigns when our infrastructure can handle larger orders. The traction section, one part that we are particularly proud of. Coleman Leather Goods has been growing over the last few years and transitioning from a hobby to a business. Our increased presence online and platforms, as well as our participation in vendor markets, is evidence of that. Additionally, our founder has been taking steps to grow his knowledge and skills in business development by taking the Start Selling Your Leatherwork course hosted by Stock and Barrel and pursuing an entrepreneurship minor from WSU. From these endeavors, he has learned more on building a brand, marketing, management, financial strategies, and planning, as well as launching new ventures. A big milestone that we have accomplished, that we have achieved, is our connection to the Marine Corps, specifically the Marine Raiders, as well as MARSOC, which is the Marine Corps Special Operations Command. We have designed and produced 8 different patches for different specialties and jobs within these organizations, and with more designs in progress. We have sold more than 60 patches to military members and their families in the last 4 months. This has earned us appreciation and recognition, especially from Task Force 511.2, as you can see down in our right-hand corner. I was very proud of that award. Our revenue model, Coleman Leather Goods aims to generate revenue through the sales of our high-end leather products with a diversified product line catering to different customer segments. Coleman Leather Goods utilizes a tiered pricing strategy, categorizing our products into different tiers based on their complexity and cost to manufacture. Our first one, being the small and affordable category, targets budget-conscious customers. These pieces are usually priced between $20 and $50. This includes key fobs, Marine Corps patches, coffee cup sleeves, and small notebooks. Our medium category features include more functions and more complexity in their design and their implementation. These pieces are priced between $50 and $150. This will include wallets, belts, passport wallets, medium notebooks, and smaller purses. And then our larger category, this targets affluent customers with a little more dough to spend. These pieces are priced between $150 and $300. This would include medium and larger purses, larger notebooks, as well as computer bags. Yeah, okay. To price each individual product type, Coleman Leather Goods adheres to the industry standard pricing model of calculating the cost of goods sold, usually calculating the time and material, as well as a few other miscellaneous costs, and then multiplying that by 4. This adequately covers expenses and maintains profit. Over here on these graphs, you can see that in the year 2024, our projected sales are $186,000. Our operating expenses will include $123,000, leading to a net profit of $63,000. And then in the next year, in the year 2025, that bumps up to $262,000 in sales, with a net profit of $123,000. In the year 2026, sorry, this thing is kind of in the way. Is there a way to move that? Can you guys? Oh, that was a big boo boo. Can you guys see those numbers on the bottom? The Zoom little tab bar is blocking us. Okay, my bad. Yeah, I'm sure that's gonna hurt me, but for some reason I can't see those numbers, so I can't narrate that. But I'm glad you guys can see that. And over here on that graph, you can just kind of see that illustrates our situation a little bit better. Funding needs. Coleman Leather Goods seeks $20,000 in strategic funding to enhance operations, expand product offerings, and elevate quality. This investment will focus on acquiring equipment, securing retail space, and procuring supplies. Additionally, we plan to seek various funding sources, primarily crowdfunding, which will offer investors the opportunity to contribute in exchange for incentives, such as new products, and benefits and discounts. And I think that leads us to about 15 minutes. Am I correct? All right. I think I'm going to stop there. Right in time. Let's open it up to questions at this point. Does anybody have any questions on this presentation, or?
Yeah, I have a question about your decoration technique. Is this laser etched or how are you making these custom patches?
Great question. Let's go over here. So each one of these designs on the right-hand side, I designed virtually. I use Bluebeam, which is actually probably misusing the application, but Bluebeam is a construction management tool to interpret PDFs. But I found that you can make shapes in varying sizes, and they're very precise within that program. And so I'm able to create each one of these shapes within this and send it as a PDF to a manufacturer who makes these stamps as magnesium stamps. These stamps are rated for about 10,000 uses, and they cost about $20 to make, so it is very productive. I used to buy brass stamps, but that one cost about 5 times as much, so magnesium stamps are the way to go for me. And then I spent a few weeks designing each one of these patches, have them made as magnesium stamps, and then I have a press that applies 150 or 1,500 pounds of pressure. And so I wet the leather a little bit, send it underneath the press it down, and it comes out. I cut it out, glue it to Velcro, and then stitch to that bad boy. I'm not a fan of using laser etching because that burns the leather and it reduces the quality and the durability of said product.
I have a follow-up question on these specific ones. Are there any licensing requirements for the military?
No, at least not in the terms of these designs. If I were to use the actual globe and anchor of the Marine Corps, I'd have to go through a lot more specific avenues. But with these are usually created more informally by each individual organization within the Special Forces community. And so like they're just a lot more informal. They just make it for their buddies at first, maybe just to have as patches. A lot of them kind of have like those old embroidered patches, and it doesn't really go much beyond there. There's no official licensing connected to these designs.
Miller, thank you. I have a couple quick questions. One is, I have no idea what saddle stitching is. Can you give a quick snapshot on that? Is it hand stitching or machine? You mentioned you weren't using machines, so that's why I just want some clarity on that.
Yes. I actually had an illustration up here, and it looks like I lost it. That is disappointing. So saddle stitching is a time-tested method in which, let's just use my notebook really quick. Each one of these stitches, the blurring is really messing that up. Each one of these stitches with this sewing machine, it'd be one piece of thread that locks the stitch. Like there's one piece of thread on this side and then one piece of thread on this side. And it just kind of weaves them together. And that is inferior because if like this stitch were to pop, there's not much holding it together and it could just fray along the entire edge. And that is a common problem that I've seen with bags and shoes. But with saddle stitching, this is essentially two lengths of thread, and it interweaves on each other. And so if this were to pop, it might run along this way, but you still have another line of thread that still complements it on the other side that holds the tension and holds the piece together. That is kind of a rough rundown of that one.
Appreciate that for those that haven't been around that. Question for you as far as the manufacturing goes. It sounds like it's all hand manufactured. and production. And so can you talk to us a little bit about what the volume that you can actually create as an individual proprietor to be able to, I'm just trying to match that up to the financials.
Yeah, of course. Let's go over to our products. So I definitely could have elaborated on this one a lot more. In our small or affordable category, each one of these pieces takes about 30 minutes to make. Especially with our innovative design and use of customized tools, I utilize clicker dies, which are essentially reinforced cookie cutters, but very sharp edge, dangerous cookie cutters. And this enables me to put the leather underneath that clicker die, then underneath the press, and it's cut out just like that. Versus if I did it by hand, it would take me about 5 times as long. So that cuts down production a lot. And then that enables me that production time is the longest piece or variable that takes the longest is the stitching at that point. And that one I can get these in the small affordable category done in about 20 minutes. And then in our medium category, I can kind of do that in about 30 to 40 minutes on the stitching, but those require a little more material, a little more leather. Leather is priced at about $11 per square foot, and those pieces take up a lot more material than our smaller category.
So we have about 3 minutes and 46 seconds left of our question and answer.
Sure thing.
I had a question regarding the sources for your market opportunities. You talked about the market and the size of the market. What sources did you use to come up with that data?
That is escaping me right now. 1 second. I am bringing it. Statista. Yes. I can bring that up to our to the screen here in just one moment.
Oh, that's okay. Just wanted to know the source of it. So Statista, that makes sense. So thank you. And also, like Lee's questions, I appreciate the education on leatherworking because I don't know anything about it. And when I see the word genuine leather, I'm thinking that's top grade. So you explaining that to us really helps educate me. So thank you for talking about that and the saddle stitching as well. So I don't have any other questions. Thank you.
Yeah, genuine leather is a bit of a tricky topic. That one, it's definitely inferior. They just kind of word it to make it seem like it's quality, but no, that one is, for instance, like this leather, it's usually split. It's usually thicker when it's manufactured as a hide, and then it's split. You get this top grain leather. This is the quality stuff, and then the products that split underneath, it is a much looser fiber, a lot less quality, and they just basically polish it and sell it as a genuine leather, even though it's of a poorer quality.
I have one last question. Do you have a minimum order quantity to create the stamp? Or if somebody just wants to buy one patch, will you go through the stamp creation process for them?
100%, yes.
Even if it's for the lower affordable $20 to $50 product?
Yeah. It costs about $2 in material in thread and leather, and then it takes me about 15 minutes to actually stitch. And so that plus a few other variables in material and logistics, multiply that by 4, that comes up to about $40 at our pricing. I think we're coming down to the last few seconds. I wanted to say thank you guys for listening to my pitch, and as well, I was reviewing my 4 to 7, and I found a number of errors. That was due to some oversight on my behalf, as well as an inferior program that I was using that kept changing my words to misspelling. So I want to apologize for that, and I'm sure that was a bit frustrating reading that 4 to 7. But I want to say thank you guys for listening to my pitch. And is there any other questions?
Thank you.
Perfect.
Thank you, Miller. We appreciate it. And you may now exit the room.